So recently, Ariana Grande got in a massive firestorm on Twitter because Elvira came out and accused her of being disrespectful in an interaction they had years ago. Here, Elvira says she had a not so great encounter with Ariana Grande when Ariana came to see one of her shows. Now, it's not just that. Ariana Grande didn't just show up to an Elvira show. What she did was massively entitled.
What did she do?
Ariana Grande asked Elvira's team for 21 free tickets to see Elvira, individual meet and greets included, and then Grande herself declined to take a photo with Elvira or even meet her. That's crazy. That is crazy behavior. You can't do that. You're literally stealing someone's money. So let's take a look at the video of Elvira telling the story from her own perspective after this crisis party is done.
Hold, please.
Thank you, guys. What is that, 5? Thank you.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, eat the cat.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's go to this clip here.
I'll tell you briefly why she went. Okay, she came and she brought 20 guests. She wanted 21 tickets. We're like, okay. And we give her the tickets and she comes backstage and she asked if I could take pictures with all of her friends and relatives she brought. I take a picture with every single one of them. I sign autographs for every single one of them. Then I say to her, could we take a photo together? She goes, no, I don't really do that. I mean, come on, okay? And then she left before my show started.
Yeah. Yeah, what's that?
It's very feminine to like to hold on to this though.
And she took off. Okay.
I mean, she's at least kind of she's not saying this in like a really like angry way.
No. But she is airing the dirty laundry.
73, they're saying she is in the chat.
Is she now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But
fact check us on that.
A lot of the Gen Zers reacting to this situation were like, who's Elvira?
Well, yeah.
And why does she feel disrespected by my idol, Ariana Grande?
She's allowed to act however she wants. She's Ariana Grande.
So how do you feel about that? Do you think Elvira was in the wrong for airing the dirty laundry, putting Ariana on blast?
I would never have done that. Because the way I always imagine it is like, as wild as that story is, she probably has infinitely more wild stories about other people that are positive. So I feel like they even themselves out, and airing it just feels like it does everyone a disservice. Because to me, it makes her look petty, and I don't know. It's as a guy, I would never do that.
Well, if you think that's petty, just get ready for Ariana Grande's response.
We've got it right here.
Here it is. Ariana Grande commented this on Instagram. I actually don't even remember getting the chance to meet you because I had an anxiety attack, and to my memory, I left before the rest of my family. This was around 7 years ago, and at the time, I was really not that great being in public with crowds or loud places. But if I'm misremembering this moment, I sincerely apologize for offending you so.
Did she invoke her, like, because she was like, was this when people were talking about her being part of a terrorist attack?
She also said, thank you for being so nice to my mom. She told me how lovely you were. She might have different feelings about that now, but I'll talk to her. Clearly, we all have our days. Sending love always. You'll always be our queen of Halloween.
Again, see, this is something best handled, say it with me, folks, in the DMs, on the phone, in text message, not for public consumption.
But that's the thing is, I think Elvira just thought it was funny.
Somebody in the chat said Brett always making himself sound like a beta because of how I said I would respond to that. No, passive aggressive is the beta move here.
Yeah, this was super passive aggressive on Ariana Grande's part.
Yeah.
And also, she's trying to garner sympathy instead of answering for her part in the situation. So I saw a lot of takes. Some people were saying, like some of the Ariana Grande stans were saying, friendly reminder that mentally ill people don't owe you shit. And that basically means when they say that mentally ill people, meaning if you have anxiety or depression, you can just be rude to whoever you want at any moment.
That is actually how people see things.
They actually think it's an excuse for all of your behavior.
This is one of those things, which is why therapy speak is the way it is right now. I think I sent you a video the other week. It says like POV, you're mean to everyone you know, but it's okay because therapy speak. And it's like, oh, my father died. Can you come to his funeral? I would, but I can't. And then just explains why she can't come to the funeral in therapy speak.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is now. It's you're not autistic. You're just a dickhead.
Yeah, but it doesn't excuse you from having to explain your intentions and your actions. It doesn't give you an excuse. It gives you an explanation. We have a 20 from Stone Sting. One of these days I'll be able to watch live, but I'm very happy to see my favorite Ghost Girl and my fourth favorite Brett behind Hart, Michaels, and Cooper aren't going to be leaving me bored at work. Well, thank you for watching, even if you can't make it live.
I think you spelled Brett right for Bret Hart, but wrong for Michaels, Cooper, and myself.
Yes. That's very offensive to the Brett community.
Actually, I don't know. Is Bret Hart with one T or two T's?
Not sure.
I don't know. Anyways, the point is that people really do believe that by identifying and giving some type of psychological or medicalized term to their behavior, it excuses it. No, you still have to live in the real world and behave like an adult.
Well, a lot of people were pointing out this was shortly after Ariana Grande and her fans were the victim of a terrorist attack in Manchester at one of her concerts. There was a bomb that went off. Some of her very young fans died and got injured. And that's obviously a terrible thing and super tragic. I would totally understand why she would be hesitant to go out in public after that, why she would be affected mentally by that situation. Absolutely. But when you ask someone for a favor like this and make them do labor for you and your friends and your family members, literally, and then she asks you after all of that meet and greet nonsense, hey, do you want to take a picture? If you don't want to take a picture, that's fine. But you need to say, I'd rather not because, for instance, I don't want people to know my location.
Yeah.
Or I don't want them to be tracking where I'm going or where my family or friends are going. Or you could say, I'm just trying to keep my whereabouts private right now.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not really feeling it, but thank you so much for doing me this massive favor. For gifting me all of these free tickets and meet and greets.
Yeah.
But you don't just say, no, I'll be going now, and then not even stay for the concert that she gave you free tickets to see.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And mental illness doesn't just mean you get to be rude and inconsiderate to people.
Well, that's what it does mean now.
Apparently it does now.
In the modern world, that's exactly what it means now. It means you get to just abdicate your responsibility and do whatever you want as long as you can give some type of coherent answer as to why you behave that way.
Honestly, she didn't really even give a coherent answer here. It was just passive aggressive bullshit where she was trying to act like, ooh, woo, like I just have anxiety. Like I just get nervous
also
around people, even though I'm a multi-millionaire, massive celebrity who performs in front of thousands of people. I'm shy.
Also,
what is that?
Like, do this in private. Send this message in private.
You think Elvira
has the DMs open? I have no idea.
Has the DMs open? I don't know.
I am sure she could get a hold of a business manager in an email.
But I bet Ariana probably felt, well, if Elvira already made this public, I'm going to respond.
Yeah, well,
in
yes, in that way, it's true that
responding in kind.
She's responding in the same way that this happened. But that's what I'm saying is like if I was you asked in the first place, would you have done this? I wouldn't have done what Elvira did, and I wouldn't have done what Ariana Grande did. But maybe this is just how it works when you make your living by being a public figure and being a point of public interest.
Here were a few of the responses I looked at. One said, bad behavior cannot always be masked with mental health issues. Accept your mistake, STFU, and move on with a changed attitude. So convenient to use mental health as an excuse nowadays. It is actually sick. Another one said, I love that Ariana's true colors are finally being shown to the world. What a messy and disingenuous cop-out that is to blame your bratty diva behavior on mental health. Why would Elvira lie about this? The woman is hardly in the public eye, yet it's you that denied her a selfie. Another one said, need socially inept children on the internet to realize feeling anxious internally doesn't actually change the impact rude behavior has on other people. She could have paid for her family to meet Elvira like a normal person. She certainly had the money to, if she's so terrified of interpersonal interaction.
I just think it's one of those things where with these celebrities, it's good for both personalities in general. They benefit from this stuff being in the news, so I take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, definitely.
Like as whatever we have to say about their behavior, like whether we're judging it on its moral basis, it doesn't matter because all of this is a dog and pony show anyways. It's all bread and circuses.
Well, I think it says something about the way that these Zoomers feel about social interaction. We should not be listening to Gen Z about what ought to be normal in social interactions because they don't know how to socially interact.
Nope.
They've completely lost the ability. Like, I think it's funny because Gen Z places the strongest emphasis on empathy being important in the workplace, in all facets of life. And yet they seem to have the least empathy of any generation I've seen. They don't have a theory of mind for the other person. They don't believe that other people have interior lives or have their own feelings. They think they have a very solipsistic worldview where everything revolves around me and my anxiety attack right now.
Empathy only matters when it's empathy towards them rather than empathy towards others.
That's not what empathy is. Someone needs to teach them that's not actually the definition of that word. That's not what that means.
If you go back to what you said about mental health not being an excuse, there's a reason why mental health is used as an excuse in those situations. It's because it's the framework for it's a cudgel, it's a weapon. You can't say I'm wrong. It's a mental health argument. You wouldn't be empathetic if you didn't allow me to treat you like dog shit because of my mental health problems.
Look, it obviously could have been worse. Like, all she did was say that she didn't want to take a photo. But I feel like you could have mitigated the situation by saying, no, I'd rather not take a photo. It's just because I'm feeling really anxious right now, and move on.
Yeah.
But you didn't even explain why.
Yeah.
You just expected someone to understand telepathically, or you didn't think about what the other person's reaction would be at all because it's solipsistic, once again. It's very childish behavior.
I don't know what
She, by the way, already 7 years ago, Ariana Grande was unbelievably rich. I don't understand why she would be asking for a favor like this anyway.
Yeah.
You can buy the tickets for all these people you love to go meet Elvira if that's what their dream is. Go pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need to ask for a favor and then treat the person who gave you the favor like trash.
In a way, it's probably narcissism, right? Like they don't believe that they should have to pay.
Like, oh, I deserve this because I'm a star. Yeah. It's such a bad look. It's such a bad look. And I hate this little like wounded puppy thing that people do when they're in the wrong and they want to twist the narrative to come out like the victim. Like, oh, I'm just like a small, like shy little celebrity. I'm not like the other celebrities. I can't deal with people. Ooh, I get shy. Like, that's so fake. It's so phony.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.